How's it going?
Good. Looks like you're doing great other than your
Fucking 10 pins.
oh, 2 10 pins. Oh, how much is that?
12.
12?
The sad part is, I think it was some of the best shots I threw off the 10 pins.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a mess.
Yeah.
It's legal currency.
Yep.
Ooh, very good. I love this stuff.
So how's it been going?
Good. Not bowling worth of shit. I think I threw. I must have thrown 9 or 10 splits. I cleaned the first 5 frames the first game, and then the lane started changing, and I could not. For about the next 10 frames after, I could not find the line. It's either split or it was a bad shot. You know.
Yeah.
But I converted a split to 10 frames. And we won that game by 1 pin. Yep. Yeah, we won all 3. We won all 3 on Monday. I don't know how. We did not bowl that well.
I've had 2 good weeks, 1 really bad week, and a couple others where I can throw a good game, or a couple of good games, and a really bad game.
I feel like I was at least releasing the ball better. It's starting to come back. Spare shooting's been it's still a little rusty, but it's coming back. I think I need to. I finally alternated my speed a little bit late in the second game. I probably should have done that about 10 frames earlier. I have a tendency to try other things first now. Usually I try moving. I moved last for a while, then I just moved like way back right because I was coming in morning. That kind of helped. I wasn't striking. At least I was leaving myself like 10 pins or 5 pins. Did you guys break Huntington lead off now?
Trying it this week.
I was saying, I first looked at there, I was like, oh, God, is that a hell of a game? That's a Then like where you normally are, it's like, well, he's here, I am.
Trey has winning that like this year. New baby, tires, mine's on other things.
Ah, I didn't know. First baby.
First baby. Born back late January, early February.
Gotcha. As I recall, the Rapid Roll was for the Bolts a really good game.
Yeah.
All through too fast.
selection of beer has gotten more better the last couple of years out here.
They've always kept at least one thing that's pretty good on.
Oh yeah, but they've got like multiple things now. They've got better stuff in cans. Hollywood Select is still okay, but their prices are about what they are here now. I got, yeah, what the hell did I get on Monday? I got a Zookeeper for Imperial, which is okay. Yeah, that's my opinion too. It's about the 6. Okay. Regardless, that's impressive.
Yeah, I had a 9 count at the wall of the game too.
Oh, then you start off the front 9.
I started off the front 9, so got one in there that wasn't.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't leave that one as a single pin very often.
Well, considering I had to cross over.
Yeah, oh, I just deserve it. Pins I leave as single pins most often are 7, 10, 5, and maybe it's 6. I suppose probably 4.
Johnny gets that one.
Good. That was Child's birthday.
Good. We invited some friends over, and they played, and they night-eyed church.
That was over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, since you saw a picture or something. Nothing fun. I like the video of him talking about the taco.
Okay. Good to get the word out to the friends that are distant, family that's distant.
He's in 3rd grade now, right?
3rd grade this year.
As I knew he turned 9, I was pretty sure he was in 3rd grade.
Yep. Unfortunately, the way things ended up working out with us sending them there. 3 years apart in age and 4 years in school.
Not even quite 3 years apart in age.
Yeah, just a little bit under.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there was, what, 2 years where they were both in the same school?
Yeah. Yep, kindergarten and first grade.
Yes, you'll never have that again. Roland's in 7th.
Yep, he's in 7th.
How's that?
He's doing all right.
Hard age.
He could be doing a lot better.
A lot of kids that age. I'm sure he does well enough.
He does well enough, but to see some of his grades at times, it's,
You know he can do better.
oh yeah.
Is there anything he really likes?
Oh, really? I mean, he likes to read.
That's good.
I don't know how he does, see how he does with like there. He seems to struggle more if he has to read a book than they book.
Well, yeah.
I think a lot of kids are that way too.
Oh yeah, I was that way.
Now, to be fair, a lot of times it's because they want you to read the first set of stuff, and it's like, I really don't care about this.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm liking stuff that I didn't think I'd like. Yeah.
One of the books that he has a choice to read this year, we're hoping he missed, because we were going to want to have him read it anyway, is Ender's Game. You read that one? Ender's Game.
ENDERS.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it.
Science fiction book that was written back, I want to say sometime in the 80s or 90s.
Oh, it's just a little bit older than that.
Yeah.
Where the heck was my invite? We haven't played Crazy Eights.
I've got at least one student doing a
No, he's supposed to play blackjack.
book review instead of doing an exam this semester. I'm teaching.
Okay.
I'm also working with 8th graders on Wednesdays for half an hour.
That's fun.
It's different.
I'm sure.
It's amazing how much that 5 years at that age makes a difference. sometimes 10 pits to get mental if you miss a couple of them in a row. You miss a third one, and you start like second guessing yourself when you get out there.
I'm sure Trey has got one yet tonight. He's left with these three.
I usually, if I miss one, I usually make the next 2 or 3, which is good. And I leave enough of them. That's why I love night and no tap. It's like, oh, I can stay there. Unfortunately, I only do that 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Oh, we did night and no tap in April. And I had bowled better the previous 2 weeks as regular bowling.
Yeah. I do 9-pin no tap and all of a sudden the 8s come out.
Oh, yeah, of course. And splits. I just want a week of those seeds. If I can keep the splits away, I can easily get 175, 180.
Yeah.
Maybe get closer to 200 or 210 if I can throw some strikes there.
That's just it. If you can just stay clean.
Yeah.
Leave something maybe you can stay clean, you're in the 170, 180.
Yeah, or just have like one open and a lot of 9 spares, a couple strikes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually taking advantage of the fact that I can take some courses. I'm doing a course and going for the financial planning certificate.
Nice, nice. Something you're wanting to do like down the road, or
I've been highly interested in personal finance lately, and I figure why not? You know, if I can for really low to no cost take the courses, why not?
oh sure. Yeah, a guy that he's actually a department chair now at the University of Massachusetts Lowell, but I knew him from Oklahoma. He emailed me about a month ago, asked if I'd write him a letter of support for entrance into an MBA program there. They can do that for free.
Yeah.
Like, you're the only person I know that would do an MBA while being a department chair.
The thing is, as a department,
He's also teaching.
I know. He probably knows all the stuff already.
Yeah. That's pretty nice ball.
Yeah.
That's a nice ball you throw since I got here.
I think I'd agree with that. The funny thing is I moved in a little bit to start this game thinking it might be time. This was just a slight hand position change from that move, and all of a sudden it started shaping in nice. I'm not sure how that stayed on the way.
Not either. There's a guy in our Monday league that he likes throwing outside. Sometimes he really pushes it. It usually stays on for a minute. He's not the type that if he gets out to like, you know, the lane 2 and it comes all the way back and strikes. Usually it's right in the head pin. That guy, the Royals, actually have 3 runs. I was so mad at them on Sunday. Look at us, I was mad on Sunday after the Royals lost and we didn't get any rain. We had 500s.
Oh yeah.
The Bears,
Tell me about it.
you know, whatever.
I don't even think we got 500 out of our place.
it rained like 3/10 in parts of South Lincoln. Some places got nothing. The airport got nothing on Sunday.
Well, so like Thursday afternoon, something like that, I saw Noah put out like it's gonna be a forecast thing on Facebook. The chance of the rain over the weekend, 1 to 3 inches. I thought about posting it now, like, don't get my hopes up.
Well, it was interesting that all the models up until last Thursday night were, all except for one, were really consistent in giving wide swath of rain from basically Grand Island toward Illinois. The artificial intelligence of the European was not doing that. Never did it. And it hasn't. It's been usually been really good at picking out synoptic patterns in advance. It's not always been the best preset, but in this case, it was right. Or actually, even it was still wrong. It still gave us like half a day. That storm was a little further south than I think it had anticipated. And there just wasn't enough. The mechanisms to get a lot of good moisture up here just weren't optimal, and there was no local source of moisture right here. It's actually, I think soil moisture around here right now is actually worse than it was this time 2 years ago. At least in the top part of the profile.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily entire profile, but I think you get like 30 miles south here. I don't think they're any better off than we were 2 years ago. It's been a bad. We've had 3/10 this month, and I'm guessing we're on the high end of this count.
We had enough moisture actually.
Oh yeah.
Most of the rain bed is still going to be all right.
Oh, it's not this year's crop. I'm worried about it. It's
That's what's setting up for next year.
That's what's setting up for next year, and I don't want to see us more wildfires this fall. Because they probably have extra fuel load after being wet for a while.
Yeah.
irritating when it looks great for 55, 60, 55, 58 feet in the last couple of feet. You're like, oh, shit.
I'd say that looked good for 59 and a half feet.
I had some on Monday that I thought were great, 58, then I realized it was not great. So the Royals went 37 innings on scoring a run. They scored one last night, one nothing. The reason they got the one run is because they had this guy on second base start up the 10th inning. I think and then Bobby Wood Jr. had a slow roll on third base. It's an infield hit, but the throw was, I'm sorry, hitting the shortstop. The throw was bad. So the guy from second was running and scored. So they scored on a throwing error.
Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter how.
Yeah, I don't care how.
So what do you think of the Bears so far this year?
About what I expected.
I know they were hyping things up a lot, but
Caleb is a rookie.
right.
He looks like a rookie. He looks like a rookie that doesn't have the best
Offensive line.
offensive line or the best coach.
Yeah.
Well, the other reason that's clear, Fields has not been great at Pittsburgh, but he's been a lot better than he was in Chicago.
He's been confident.
Yeah, he was not confident. He did dumb shit in Chicago. They worked that out. Good for him.
What he's doing in Pittsburgh is
What Chicago wanted him to do.
well, it's what they maybe wanted him to do, but they couldn't coach him and the other players to a level that they could be successful.
No, Pittsburgh's got a good offensive coordinator right now. I think if Fields had gone there in Pittsburgh last year, I think he would have struggled just as bad. Jalen's been better the last couple weeks, but it's just they don't. Last year though, they actually ran the ball a lot better. Like they actually ran the ball pretty well last year. I felt like their offensive line played somewhat better last year. They were awful right now. The only thing is their defense is decent, but not amazing.
I've only watched a little bit of their games so far.
No, I was thinking that I thought just their division is really tough. If you look at Minnesota, like okay, Minnesota's really good, Detroit's really good, Green Bay's really good.
Minnesota is playing a lot better than I expected.
Well, that's just it. I wasn't sure. They were kind of the wild cards. Like Minnesota's kind of so-so. Then the odds of them, Bears having maybe 9 wins is okay, but right now I'd be actually happy to be 5. Nice. Nice cover. The first one? The second one. Well, I figured the first one was where you wanted it.
On the second one, I was trying to hit the two pin thin inside.
That's what I figured, but hey, it works. I wasn't expecting it to work when I saw the ball was going initially.
When the ball came off my hand, I was like, well, maybe I'll get two.
Yeah. I left the 3, 9, 10 on Monday. I made that before. I did not make it on Monday. trying to think what it was I picked up the other day.
That's one of those irritating sports.
I picked up I think it was probably the 5.7. I picked that up a couple weeks ago. That one's fairly makeable if you get the ball in the right spot, the right speed.
Yeah. Hey, Will!
Who invited this kid?
Yeah, it was a bad football weekend. I owe Brittany's cousin a drink. And I knew I was going over a drink. I texted her before the Oklahoma game because Tennessee's her second team. She grew up loving Tennessee women's basketball. So she likes Tennessee and other sports too. Nice ball.
I did not. I didn't see yours.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine as soon as he goes to another team.
Oh, maybe that, yeah. Hey, trust me, I have left the 6-10 more than once and only taken out the 6 or the 10. I've taken just the 6 out of the 3, 6, 10 more times I care as good.
Yeah.
So have I.
They should like a price for that.
The other one that I've done that I'd like a prize, that there should be a prize for, when you do it accidentally, is when you put the ball between the three.
Oh, I've done that too.
2 years ago on a Friday, I hit the 2 spot. That was it. I only hit the 2 spot. And I would joke around with the guys I was rolling with. I'm like, hey, if I hit the same spot without touching any pins, would you buy me a shot? Toss it again. And went right for the 2 spot, nothing else. So I got a whole bunch of rounds of shots that night. I'm like, yeah! Like, you did that on purpose. I'm like, no, I didn't try to do that. It's hard to go right for the 2 pin twice in a row.
If you'd have tried, you'd have never hit it.
Right. No, I've done stuff that if I was literally trying to do that, I wouldn't do it. God, this is good. This is so good. Yeah, I've been experimenting with more hot waters lately. Brittany is on some medication. She still can drink, but just a little bit less. No, I wouldn't say a lot less. I'll let her drink it anyway. Yeah, it's like water infused hot, so there's no I was trying some new NA beers, and they have more what is called hot water. They taste a little bit like pale ale. It has some flavor. It's almost just kind of refreshing drink.
I've brewed up Hobson's tea a couple of times.
Oh,
We planted some this year.
nice. We got some tea from team this afternoon. That was really good. kind of just a little bit of caffeine, but I definitely didn't need their coffee when I walked the afternoon. So I would sleep till Friday. Yeah, I can't drink tons of caffeine. I feel like as I got a little bit older, there are more things that will disrupt sleep.
Yeah.
I don't do this after about at least an hour and a half after I go to bed. I'm done with it. I used to be able to drink up until I go to bed and I'd be fine. I can't do that anymore. Or I shouldn't, because usually if I go right to sleep, I don't sleep well.
I've gotten to the point where I try to cut off the beer by 7. Bowling, that doesn't work. But
Yeah. What time do you usually go to bed?
about 9:30 or so.
Oh. Yeah, if I have like one between 8 and 9, I'm fine. Dumb question. This is the same league I'm refereeing, right?
What's that? Yeah.
The scoring system just looks different.
They're trying a new experimental system.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, like, I thought you guys took up pretty much this entire rally.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad Wenzel.
Yeah, I looked at the base Thursday middle of last week, and I'm like, okay, the Royals are in a decent position. I looked again
They still
today,
are,
I'm like,
actually.
Fuck, they got no wiggle room anymore.
No, the only saving grace is Minnesota hasn't played very well the last month either.
Let's go.
But Pasquantino got hurt about a month ago, and he, I think, was in the top 5 in the league for RBIs.
I think they're tied with Detroit now for the last wildcard spot.
Yes, they are. But they can both, Detroit and Kansas City can both get in. Kansas City's fighting work. They basically say stay in Minnesota.
Okay. Minnesota, who was the other one? One other one.
Boston, Seattle were kind of.
Seattle, yeah.
I think if they basically if they get 87 wins, they're good. So they just need to sweep the Nationals with one in Atlanta.
They need 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah. They, team, their scoring, I think, was just got in their head. Like they had the bases loaded like 4 or 5 goddamn times in the previous couple of games and didn't get a single run out of it. Once or twice with nobody out, which is really annoying.
Well, yeah, you get to that point where you got the bases loaded and nobody out. Just make solid contact.
Yeah, I mean it's a long year in teams. I remember the Cubs on the World Series, and they had stretches in the postseason where they didn't score a run for like 2 games. And then when they clicked, they were on fire. They were really pioneering. They were on or off. You watched the football game Friday?
Every damn minute.
I watched. We were kind of enjoying the warm weather on the porch, so I watched a good bit of it. I feel like they deserved to lose, but they should have won, if that makes sense.
The plays were there for them to make to win the game.
Absolutely.
They didn't make a few plays
made that field goal, if that tight end catches, he just catches that ball.
Well, that was not his fault. The ball needed to be thrown a little better.
Oh, it
so he
absolutely.
could catch it.
Right.
But yeah, if he catches that ball,
Right.
None of us watched it.
I was right. It's kind of hard. I told him I was right. No, I told him I was right.
Pretzel bites.
One second, I like this and spare. It's like, oh, that looks good. I was like, oh, shit.
and that has me wondering because that ball should not be all like that.
That ball broke pretty hard the last couple of feet. I was actually probably more disappointed with their run defense in the second half.
Just the defense in general. I mean,
But their run defense in particular was not good. Their defense has actually been kind of disappointing. I know they didn't fully get three in Iowa. My God, that first possession in Iowa, they kept the ball for like a goddamn quarter.
they didn't look good against Northern Iowa, even though they only gave up 30. They haven't looked great. But what is?
They look really, really good for 20 minutes Colorado. Their second halves actually have been pretty sloppy.
Right. Yes.
Offensively, their second halves have not been very good. And their defense in the second half was grinding. I was more disappointed they couldn't stop the run.
Right.
I feel like that quarterback played about as good as he could.
Right.
And you can tell that he was a senior.
The biggest irritation to me is last year we lost so many games. Now we have an offense.
Yeah, I think
Almost count on 20 points.
right. Their
And we're
defense.
giving up 25.
And I thought their defense. I thought they brought most of these guys back.
They did.
Yeah. It's the
That's
same.
what's but it was the same thing under Frost. We had the 1 year like Frost where it was the defense was playing outstanding. And the offense couldn't do shit. The
Yeah.
next year, okay, we're bringing a lot of these defenders back, we've got room for optimism on offense, and sure as shit, the next year the offense was putting up 30 points, and the defense was giving up 35.
What game? Did you see the score of the James Madison North Carolina game?
I did not know.
Oh, let me put it to you this way. North Carolina scored 50. But they weren't close. They lost by 20.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's that 07 team that they lost to Colorado like 65 and 50 something.
Hey, Johnny.
Two straight shutouts. Yeah. Clean game so far, though. Yeah. It was basically a polar opposite this game is from game one.
Hopefully I can get a strike here in the pen so it doesn't go for
Yeah.
everything but 2 strikes, the only 2 strikes.
Sad to say, I'm happy if I have 2 strikes in the game right now. I need to change that.
The one thing I'll say is, at least if this is going to be my bad game of the night, I'll take this as a bad game of the night.
Oh, definitely.
Got him!
Well, you still have a shot at 200 for strike first of all.
Yeah. Need to find a way to help.
How's Becky?
Doing good. Doing good. Wondering if they're going to fund the government.
I thought I saw a headline that said it passed something.
Oh, really?
I didn't look at it real carefully. It's like it popped up on my phone. Like an alert.
I'm just ready to get the elections over and see what shit show we're going to be needing for 4 years.
We'll see.
At least as far as president, I would hope everybody's made up their mind by now. What more do we need to see?
I would think so. I think most people are. I don't know. There's one race I haven't quite made up my mind on. The rest I'm pretty. Most of them I made up my mind a long time ago.
I need to dig a little bit more into some of the local stuff.
Yeah, but we don't have legislature seats not up this year. I'm not sure what else we have. There's a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? How you been bowling? 2-0,
Pretty good.
It's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Small change.
I didn't hear your name for 300. Or is that so?
That's the next game.
Or is that so common that they don't even do that anymore? Well, yeah. Actually, I got a whole thing of regular popcorn. Come over. I got a bunch of beer in the fridge. People can come over and drink too. Now I owe pay me. I heard probably a bit more expensive.
White claw, raspberry.
No, she basically said it very big double. Well, that's fine. I knew I was getting into it. I was actually happily pleased with what he said. I thought it would be at least. I think Tennessee.
Still early. Interesting to see. More underway.
don't have much of
They
a
played,
offense.
they played at Texas and a couple weeks ago at Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, so
They're going to beat each other.
Georgia could, they could
Those
have
guys are
just
long.
beat up now.
Right. Texas, as much I hate to say it, looks really good. Tennessee, that's probably the best team they've had in 25 years. I haven't. Well, their defensive line is really good. I have not watched Ohio State play. I thought Michigan looked. I mean, they're not a national championship caliber. They look better on Saturday than I expected.
yeah.
I think they still have a good defense. I don't know. That was bad on Sunday. That was bad at the Royals, bad at the Bears. It was actually more bad than the Royals. They just they won 3-0. They won last night 1-0.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, pitching is good enough. They that's what they won. See it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fascinating to see how Texas and Oklahoma do with the SEC this year.
Oklahoma got the shaft on the schedule this year. There are going to be years that they're going to catch Eastern hard to schedule. They can win 10 games easily. This is not one of those years. I would be, frankly, pretty happy if they went 7-5.
Honestly, though, the way this year, the way the schedule is setting up this year, with the teams joining the Big Ten, the teams joining
Everybody's
the
had at
SEC,
least one loss.
I think the teams that had a shot of getting through the schedule without a loss, because they had an easier schedule, like the ACC or something, they've lost. So,
Right. Or is Utah lost? So there's some decent teams in the Big 12 still.
I don't think Utah's lost.
Yes, I think they're in the top 10. you got your double and then what?
And finally found where I think I need to be playing.
Your last couple look pretty good.
They didn't move me far enough, soon enough. I either needed to stick out where I was or move big.
Yeah.
Took me all game to figure out that I should have moved big.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you realize you should have done something 5 frames earlier. But it's irritating for me. Sometimes the ball just doesn't come off the way I want. It's like I don't know how much that's just me not releasing it versus me where I'm standing. If I get a good couple off, like just like I wanted to, and it doesn't react like then I know it's wrong. But by that point, I've already probably screwed my chance of really game.
That's my problem. I need to make an adjustment. I don't start making bad shots. By the
Yeah.
time you make a good shot that you feel you can read, you're like way behind.
Yeah. I got a student in my class, good bowler. Might ask him to sub at some point. Big kid, he's probably about 6'6", 6'7". Not like real bulky, just really tall. 20. Said he bowled high school. I heard he's somewhere around between like Columbus and Portland. He said he averaged 205. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Especially up in that area where I'm sure you're talking about like Humphrey, Newman Road.
Yeah, right.
Those little alleys.
I was thrilled they actually have a bowling alley in the local Beaumont.
Oh yeah.
My mom and her siblings all kind of have bad memories of Beaumont. My grandpa took them out there looking cattle and left my grandma and 6 kids at a hotel and came back being out with ranchers, came back got sick. When I was out, I drove through there to Goodmanson's back in August, and I was like, oh yeah, that motel is still there, that city pool's still there.
At some point, I need to get out to Pottery Crust where they have the duck pit.
Yeah. There's a thing on Instagram called Doorbell, and like this guy just like throws a dart board like random houses and he went one was water. They showed the duck pit. This is the other stuff that was raining. It's actually kind of amazing. Like there's some small towns like they're built nowhere that are just for nothing, and there's some that actually are still like kind of actually like riding.
I don't know exactly what it shows me picture.
Well, by the way, have you ever been to the Sandals Corral? Have you ever been to the Sandals Corral in Bedford?
I've been in Bedford. I don't know.
Yeah, that was good. But I gotta tell you, that place is don't judge a book by its cover of your alcohol selection. I was expecting maybe have like PBR. They had a tremendous selection of craft beer. They had a bunch of wine. I'm like, what the hell?
So when we went on vacation over the 4th of July, maybe I did. Nope. So this is the bowling alley we ended up going to.
Where's that at?
Where was it?
Is that in Nebraska?
No, Colorado. Little town out in Colorado, south of. We were in Glenwood Springs. This was down in Carbondale. But the guy was working on it, bringing it back. Like the screens weren't up. Some of the artwork work they had.
Cool. Those leads look pretty nice though.
It was a little rough. The approaches were really sticky. I don't know if it was the shoes or the approaches, but I was more planting than actually sliding.
No.
I want to get my kids in there so bad, but
I only no more than two of anything that's over about 6%.
That's why I like the Founders. It's a nice, like, core.
Right.
Actually feel like an half green ball.
Good ball.
If I miss, I need to miss inside.
You running Azzy?
I am.
Training? Recently,
I have been being very consistent with putting in my miles and everything.
good.
I haven't been working like, I haven't necessarily been training hard, but I'm trying to run 50 miles every month. So far this year, I've done usually just over 50.
Yeah, it's good. Do you have days I'm assuming you have days you go out for others. You probably can't. I'm guessing you probably can't run every single day.
I usually try 3 times a week. Sometimes 4, sometimes 2. Usually 3. A lot of times if I end up doing 2, then okay, I'm going to stretch out that weekend run a little bit more.
You run first thing in the morning.
Generally,
I guess the nice thing now is the sun's not coming up till past 7.
and it's cooled off.
Well, even if it's still warm like it was last week, at least the sun's not beating down on you. It's not.
Yeah.
It was amazing how damn hot it got on Friday. I left the house about 7 o'clock on Friday morning. I was like, man, it's not great out here. I knew exactly what was going to happen. So I met a student at the business site. It's like I gave them the day off on Friday. It was structural continuity day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to give them an assignment of this. But I told us, like, if anybody wants to go see the Mesnet site, he's campus, like,
Which site is that there on campus?
so you know where the law school is?
Yeah.
It's just east southeast of it.
Okay, so back in by the water park.
Yeah. It's probably 100 yards or so to cornfield. There's
Yeah. Right there in that grass area between that cornfield.
it's
and that-
basically the equivalent of 45th Street.
Yeah. I've driven back in there. There's some equipment.
Yeah, so that's although the site hasn't been recording data for a while, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So now the only station in Lincoln we're getting anything from is from the one Capital. But the station's been there since 1986.
You'd think they'd be like, there'd be somebody that's monitoring and like going out to figure out why.
Oh, yeah, well, I sit across the hall from the business manager. Right now they're installing a lot more new stations around the state. They got a new website, which is huge. Now you actually have like real-time data. But they need to fix some of the algorithms, like the catalytic comfort index and level temperature. But just have it. We'll get there. It'd be nice to the state to give us some money for operational funds. It'd be nice if NOAA actually funded that state business. That's better than they do. It's just not much right now.
So, out of curiosity, the other day, I looked on my weather station.
Yeah.
The difference between the low temperatures recorded for the year and the high temperature, just as air temperature,
120.
122.
That's about right. Probably what 103 to 19 below.
102 to negative 20.
Okay. So you got the 20 below in January.
Yeah.
Some places around here did. The airport didn't. It didn't on East Campus. I think it did at the station in East of Lincoln.
Just over 160.
Yeah.
Index of wind chill.
So for the last several months, I've been tabulating as the highest high temperature, lowest high temperature, all that state. And Stapleton at 98 last week. Harrison dropped to 28. All City had a low of 72. There's some bitches down there also had like 2.5 inches of rain last week.
Yeah.
There's places down there that had like almost 38, 40 inches of rain last year. It's a lot wetter down there though.
It is amazing how much.
Yeah, I mean, even the difference between here and there, it's just noticeable. Like, they get Illinois rain down here. But yeah, I tabulated the 95 plus for all the Mesnet sites at a script, and I just ran that through ACES for all the other stations. And Chadron actually has the most this year. That's where the drought's at. That area up there is bad. I'm trying to. This is my second unsuccessful week of trying to get D3 into parts of Sioux County.
Our area is such as that. They're averaging rainfall that's like 15 inches anyway.
If it's even bad.
Right. I mean, how dry does it have to be? Because, saying they're in drought is different than saying
Oh, totally.
we're in drought.
A lot of it's just looking at multiple indicators that you can look at on a percentile basis or just for standardized. Some of them are really, really bad if you look at like the 90 to 150 day period, because they've been super fucking dry out there for me. The slow moisture percentiles have been a little squirrely in part because the bottle leaf area index, it's like it was so low because of how dry it was earlier this year that it was almost like it was simulating not uptaking moisture at all. But it's pretty bad. From what I understand, it's pretty bad out there. But I was decided last week, I'm like, I might actually have a week where I can recommend more improvements. I listed off separate things for degradation this week. One of them being more that moderate drought north, and I would say we're getting close to D2, at least southern Lancaster, northern Gage.
Yeah.
At least parts of that. And the thing is, like, some of that rain last week in southeast area, some of that probably came in 30 minutes. That lady's your friend.
You hit your mark.
Well, there's that. That's a very good point. I should do better at that. Were you guys home July 1st and 2nd? Oh. So I think you guys also had a lot of rain. Yeah, I tell you what, that was, I had, the evening of the first, I had some friends from undergrad that were up. I think what they were doing. He grew up in Kansas, she grew up in Texas, but she had family in North Dakota, so they come up to Vigo for a week, around the 4th, and they decided to take a trip to Lincoln to go to Omaha Zoo, and so they got there that evening, and we were sitting out on the porch, and this guy, he got a 9-year-old daughter, and she was getting into the weather. And so he's lived in Houston for 20 years, and he said that the rainfall that we had.
Hey, Trey! Have you got one yet? You got, yeah, you're fucking up the 9-bit. Okay.
He said that the rains, like the way the rain was coming, he said it reminded him of being a tropical storm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was actually, so of course, since we've lived in that house for a little over 6 years, we've lost power 2 times. One was that night, that was for 3.5 hours. I'm like, the one goddamn time we lose power, so we have company here and a whole bunch of stuff in the fridge. They're intending to cook the next morning, and their car's in the garage.
With that, you know, it's gonna get in the break.
Oh, it was fine. It was just like, really? But I got bored like hell for about like half hour, for like 11:30, we went to bed. And then I woke up a little bit later, just the sound of it was bad. So I went downstairs, look at the radar, I'm like, I saw there's a tornado warning, I'm like, somebody's and just the way the wind was blowing, like the rain amounts, I'm like, I hope that's like a tornado, like not plowing for like 70 to 8. I couldn't believe there wasn't more damage around us. You know, the days those all go down like that for me are the days I shoot the 360 and 380. That's not been happening to me lately.
Very well.
But yeah, we had like, we must have had 6 inches of rain in our house that 4th of July. And I bet we haven't had 3 since. So we had about 7/10 that Wednesday in July when there was so much wind damage.
What?
We were actually in Peoria. We came back and I was at a conference. We came back and thankfully our neighbors had cut it up for us, put it on the curb. Then I gave my neighbor a couple bottles of wine, helped him haul it off with the dump.
Yeah, that windstorm that came.
I was watching that. I was kind of looking at the storm here, and I thought there was a reasonable chance it was going to be bad. And I saw the stuff blow up. I'm like, yeah, that's an interesting looking storm heading towards Lincoln in about an hour and a half. And I was at a poster session, and I came back with my phone, and Brittany's dad's like, oh, the rain's blowing sideways. Brittany's mom is like, the sky looks ominous. I'm like, oh, what's going on there? I'm like, oh shit, it's bad.
I think that's one of the only times our power blinked. I don't know that it went out, but it blinked.
Ours must have gone out for like a minute or two because most of the clocks were flashing nothing up, but the other was about 2 minutes slow. But there were people who lost power for 2 days, and Omaha was a disaster.
Yeah.
I went up there to give a talk like that next Tuesday, and holy shit, there was still like tons of damage. And it was hotter hell like that the weekend after.
So I know it's early, but you and Brittany have plans for Valentine's Day?
Day itself,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll probably be here. You guys want to do something?
We got tickets. Picked up tickets to a lead show that day.
Oh, okay.
So,
Which one?
Moulin Rouge.
We're also going to that, but I don't think it's that day. We're going to, we did the Broadway package this year, so we're going to one Saturday and two on the 12th, which will probably be better use of my time than watching Oklahoma crush by Texas. They beat them last year, so
You never know.
it's a rivalry game, so yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they lost 49-0 2 years ago, so I wouldn't think it would get worse than that.
Shouldn't be able to, but then again, I never thought I'd see Nebraska lose the way I've seen it lose the last 25 years.
Well, they created new ways to lose football games on the past decade.
Ain't that fucking true? So, there was a trivia question today on the sports show I like to listen to. What two teams, or they looking at a list of top 5 matchups between top 5 college football teams. All time, that's in number of meetings between the two teams when they were in the top 5. He was looking for the top 3 matchups.
Okay.
Qualified.
I'm assuming Nebraska Oklahoma was one of them.
That was one of them.
USC Notre Dame.
That was not.
Maybe they haven't played every year. What do you think about that? My other two answers are wrong. Miami, Florida State, Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan was one of them.
Not Miami, Florida State.
That's just it. I'm trying to remember the third one that they came up with.
If that one would make sense, they're in the same conference for a long time and were playing each other. They lost it for. There's a stretch of 15 years of Miami is really good and Florida State was really good.
I don't remember. I don't remember for sure what it was.
But I always said USC Notre Dame. I know there are times they both are really good.
Actually, I think it was Oklahoma, Texas.
Oh, that's very possible too. Yeah.
Because they've played each other forever. Even
They
though
have.
They're in the same conference.
Yes. I guess I was thinking that they probably played each other just enough over time, and that's been true.
Texas has had a lot of good years. Oklahoma's had a
Right.
lot
I
of
was
good
thinking that they were maybe slightly a little bit offset with each other.
I've got behind on tracking this. Hell. Okay, so fourth time's easy. Oh,
that's possible. Or the only thing in the SEC is Alabama's been dominant a lot. Some of those teams have been dominant, like, weren't necessarily really good at the same time. Like Alabama, Tennessee, maybe. But usually when Tennessee was really good,
Tennessee's good enough.
Alabama was down. LSU's not consistently up there. Georgia's been a little more recent that they've been that good.
Yeah.
Clemson,
Clemson, I don't think it's been good enough long enough.
no, well, not playing somebody else that was potentially top 5. In the Big Ten, other than Ohio State and Michigan, like historic Big Ten, they're the only 2 that were routinely up there.
I'm pretty sure it was Texas and Oklahoma was the other one they gave up.
Yeah, or
Was it? Because that would have mean that Oklahoma was involved with Nebraska and Texas.
I don't think it's in the old Pac-10.
No.
Out west, USC and Washington both have had a lot of good teams, but they weren't necessarily really good at the same time.
Yeah.
Washington was really good in the early 90s. USC was kind of down then. Florida and Florida State's possibly played each other a lot.
They play each other a lot.
But Florida wasn't.
State was never that good for very long. I mean, they really only started getting good into the 90s.
Into the 80s and 90s. Same thing in Florida, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, actually, none of those Florida schools really were that great until the mid-80s. Early 80s, I guess, maybe, in Miami.
Yeah, early to mid-80s in Miami.
There's definitely no school in the Northeast. Penn State was independent for a long time, so they wouldn't have played consistent schools every year.
It's just a fun thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To go through. What was fun about it as well is that the host of the show's like, you know, they talked about the question. The first thing he's like, so there were a lot of years in the old Big 8 where it was Nebraska and Oklahoma, and that was deciding who was going to be playing for the national title.
Most of that competition is what it was.
Like, that's got to be one of them. And then they guess the Michigan-Ohio State is the first one, and then they guess that Notre Dame, USC would be one next, and they're like, nope, that's wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Already.
not going to put it back up.
No, what's interesting to me about that one is I thought I placed the ball well. I know, I just seemed like it started hooking right out of my hand.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was also thinking like USC Notre Dame, like they both have had a lot of national championships. I don't think they were necessarily like at their peaks at the same time.
Notre Dame was really good early.
Right.
USC got good in like the 60s and the 70s, and Notre Dame wasn't
Down.
quite
And
as
Notre
good.
Dame got really good back in back half the 80s and 90s. USC was down.
Yeah, then USC got good in the early odds.
Notre Dame went to hell.
It's funny seeing how there is how every team does seem to go through some sort of cycle of down years and good years.
Yeah.
It's a matter of how bad the bad years are, how good the good years are, and how quickly you can get out of the bad into the good.
Well, there's some tools you look at and you're just like, why can't you be better and such and such? Like, I don't know why Illinois can't consistently put out a better product on football. They haven't really built into that state. They have like problems they all get posed.
Please head out to the parking lot and move your vehicle not in the parking stall. Thank you.
Yeah, they're in a state that could have enough talent.
They do.
The biggest thing with them is they just don't necessarily have the name recognition as a football powerhouse.
No, they weren't. There aren't that many powers that have come in the last 30 years since I've been. The only one I can really think of has come in since I started watching was Baby Oregon, and I wouldn't even really call them a power. They just got a lot better.
They've gotten a lot better. They haven't gotten to the pick. Clemson has really come up.
Yeah, they were also really good in the early 80s. That was kind of. I think some of that, though, is. That's irritating.
Yeah.
I guess
trusted to come back quite enough.
you or Becky talked to Crystal lately? I saw her in June. I guess Josh basically can't drive anymore.
I saw him post that on Facebook the other day.
Eric Martin shared that with me yesterday or day before.
That's rough.
Yeah. Not surprised, just given his issues. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. given the issues that he hasn't been able to come completely out of it.
Well, especially again, Thomas is, I think, 5 with some special needs.
Man, he probably is 5.
He's
right
5.
now, but man, that's gone fast.
Yeah. Crystal hasn't been necessarily perfectly healthy herself either.
No.
You guys have stayed healthy this fall so far?
So far, nothing
So
no issues.
I went to Iowa City for a conference a couple weeks ago and got back and got an email saying that somebody in the conference, just as someone in the conference tested positive for COVID. I'm like, okay, great, I'd love to know who that was. Because there were a few people I was around a whole lot, people I wasn't around for that. I never got anything, but a few people that I was around were sicker than hell 2 or 3 days later. I'm not really sure how I've managed to avoid getting that.
I'm betting, I would almost bet you probably picked up a mild version of it at some point.
If it was so mild I didn't even know it.
That would be my guess anyway.
Yeah,
Oh. Come on. Pick up one to at least get 2.
over his spear misses. Over his spear misses 10 pins.
10 pins.
Ooh.
The thing is,
Well,
he's been really consistently like, he can kill the 9 pin every time.
yeah.
It's like, man, after you think after the first 2 or 3 of that, you make an adjustment.
I,
Usually when I start missing a bunch of them, it starts spraying everywhere. It's like, okay, I missed the last 2, just a little inside. And now I missed everything.
well, usually if I miss a couple, usually if I leave 2 or 3 10 pins or I do something to try to avoid leaving. But sometimes it's making the problem worse.
Well, the problem with 10 pins is that can just be a result of even a good shot can, for some stupid reason.
I don't get mad at leaving 10 pins. It doesn't do any good. I know I can make it.
I get irritated. I get irritated by it. I know it depends on the 10 pin.
Yeah, if it was a ball I thought was like, oh yeah, it's gonna strike, leaves a 10 pin, then it's irritating.
Yeah,
But if you get mad at it,
it doesn't help.
no, because then if you miss a 10 pin, you make it mad. I just say you gotta make the spare. You know, it's just kind of like in sports, you get a back call against you. If you get really mad at the back call, you're gonna make it worse. Tab. I was supposed to get that time here. I probably should miss those shots.
So Colin went in for his yearly checkup today, and they're recommending to wait.
I heard October is about the time to get the flu shot. Which that'll be my, at least, I think that maybe be my second, probably my first I actually do get the flu shot. Because I usually forget it.
I've been getting it pretty much every year since
You're smart. I'm sure if I had actually had influenza, I probably would get it.
I've had it. I've gotten the flu shot. I don't know if it helps a ton, but
That might, but it's not going to hurt you.
yeah, you can feel a bit crappy for a day or 2 after.
The flu shot.
Sometimes. I've had it where I felt a bit bad a couple of days after.
What about the COVID shots? I never had any issues with that.
I felt maybe a little bit off, but not
Like other than arm
terrible.
soreness and just maybe like a little sinus, I think I never had any issues.
Arm soreness, maybe a little bit extra fatigue.
I don't. If I had influenza, it was enlightened of case. I didn't realize that's what it was. We'll see. With working with being in a room with 20 college students and a room with 38 graders fairly frequently this fall, we'll see if I stay healthy.
You might get sick for the first time in a while.
Yeah, probably.
But then again, if you're not interacting closely with them, maybe not.
Not real close. But a lot of my college students have been sick the last week and a half.
Well, that's to be expected as you get a bunch of college students coming together.
Oh yeah, well I'm pretty sure at least one of them was bomb flu.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're really good students, good kids though.
God knows there were quite a few of my early classes freshman year that.
Oh, I got 100 on a film exam once. I have no idea how.
A lot of cards.
Good game. His free game's over 200.
Besides the first week, that might be the first time this year.
I would gladly take that.
Oh, yeah.
Higher folks.
Doing okay. I mean, one's in a nursing home, one's in assisted living.
Good as can be.
They're that age.
They're alive.
Yeah.
Deborah doing better.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen her post a lot of life. Good.
She's doing better. I think she's about backwards.
She not really showing up 100%. Yeah, Brittany's on some medication, stuff like that right now. It's just helping. She hasn't had any. I guess they were urologists maybe said that they could be like little small like seizures are fully like seizures. She just had like these. We actually thought maybe she's going to. Well, she still cycles out of. I mean, probably. Long and short of it. Oh, excuse me. But since she got on this medicine in July, she really hasn't had anything like that.
I mean, look at
That's the reason she got But no, you can definitely tell the every time. But like that's not bad. She seems
the right way.